Work Sports Podcast. We just finished week 6. And as always, I have my dad here with me.
Hey guys.
So as you can see, we're in a different room, and there's 2 empty chairs because we have 2 special guests. So let's bring them on. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for coming. How are you guys doing today?
Great, yeah. Thank you for having us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for having us, Isha. Yeah, especially on a short notice.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so I think we were gonna do something a little bit different this podcast, right? So instead of just talking about the games and the stats and stuff, we kind of want to talk about the youth team, talk about you guys specifically. Vic, we see you out there all the time. You were at the draft, you were at the games, and we kind of really want to just get to know you guys a little bit better. So Isha, do you want to start off?
So let's go back to the beginning of the season.
Okay.
First, what did you guys think of the draft?
At first I was kind of hesitant. I didn't really like it. I really wanted to just draft my own team, play with whoever I want, especially if I was paying like $150. Yeah, I wanted to play with my boys. But then at the end of when I came down to draft night, I was like, I'm gonna take Maz and Akeem first because I wanted to really play with them and really connect with them and make a strong bond with them. But but at the end of the day, I got most of my boys. I got you. I got Salman, Qasim. I really like my team, and we got Coach Victor.
Yep.
So I'm really happy the way it ended up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a rookie to this, but I think it was a great idea. Like, I think it promotes like fairness and everything. So I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, and me being one of the captains there, like I was like, I don't know if you were gonna be a player in the draft or if you were like why you were there. So we wanted to find out like what was your exact role on the team on draft night.
Well, draft night, I think I was just the agent. I was like a GM. I was helping him out, making his picks, sending them in. I announced one of them, but I mean, I thought I was just gonna be kind of the guy there, like Johnny on the spot kind of guy, like always there, giving water, like words of encouragement. Because like I'm friends with a lot of guys on the team now, so it's good. Like I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't call myself coach because I don't really coach a team, but I'm just kind of there, like just there with the guys, kind of uplift them a little bit.
And I know Isha, you weren't at the draft, but like when you guys showed up in your suits, like it just made that event so much more. I felt like it took it to the next level because you guys are being serious, right? You don't want guys showing up in like sweatpants and a t-shirt, like okay, well let's get this over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For example, last season during the banquet, like nobody showed up, so I was like, we really got to do something this season because I've been looking at Instagram and stuff, seeing like that they have on the New Jersey League that a lot of people have been showing out, supporting them. Yeah, so
Nice, we
really want to
appreciate
show
that.
out.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to like kind of make it fun, like professional as well. Like we kind of got into it a little bit. It's cool.
The cat's gonna bite me.
I'm
I'm allergic.
Are you?
I don't have cats. But
We'll get rid of the cat.
I don't need a cat.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the cats. Okay.
But what was your mindset when you were drafting your team?
To be honest, I just wanted Maz and Akeem and whoever came down the road. Yeah. And then I just really want to win now. Like especially going 3-0 the last 3 games. I really looking forward to next week's game, Honorable Cost. Shout out to you guys. We want to beat you. Matt's a dog, like him. But we really want to cook you next week.
Good team, yeah, for sure.
Yes, that actually brings up our next topic. What are your thoughts about your 3-game win streak?
Hold up, before you answer that, I had a question for you. How do you feel about the draft?
Oh, I love the draft. So my issue was never with the draft format itself. I think having a draft helps one figure out like which captains actually know what they're talking about, right? Because they're gonna draft smart, and then it also gets to integrate all the players with different teams instead of everyone always bringing the same guys that they know. So I was excited about the draft. I was a little bit hesitant in the beginning just because of the pool of players that I think we were cutting the list down to. I felt like we needed to have more players to make it more competitive, and I think it kind of worked out. So I'm very I'm glad that we had the draft.
Great, yeah. Yeah, so back to the win streak then.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna ask a question again?
Well,
Yeah, so what is your thoughts about your 3-game win streak?
I feel like the first 2 games that we played in that win streak, those were probably our better games. The last one, I feel like it wasn't as good, but we still got the win. Obviously, I haven't been playing to my potential. Like, obviously, I can play much better. Another thing is, I just gotta shoot much more confidently. We gotta learn how to swing the ball. We gotta play together. just all around.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about winning. And
Yeah.
we've been winning. We're on a heater. I mean, we're still just getting comfortable as well. Like, if you look at the last couple games, like, I mean, they're good games. We won the game. Our guys came out and played, but they're still a little sloppy. Like, a lot of turnovers, like, missed rebounds on defense. So there's a little bit of sloppiness that we can clean up, but I think we're just getting into our groove now. Like, I think the last 3 games show that we're really, like, getting set up to perform, like, in the long run.
Yeah, and I think the guys at the Muslim Basketball Podcast last night were talking about how they don't think you're being as aggressive as you can be.
Yeah.
So wanted to get your thoughts on that because your stats aren't up there as what we were expecting, but I think it is because you are looking to distribute the ball more, get everyone else their stats, right? What are your thoughts on that?
The first 2 games in our win streak, I was really looking to like dish the ball, swing it. Last game, I took a lot more shots, trying to get more comfortable, trying to get into a groove since I came back from vacation. But obviously down the stretch, like playoff time, I feel like I just got to take more shots and be more aggressive and get less turnovers. I've been just turning the ball over a little bit too much. Especially next game is gonna be important. Playing Wakas Anwar. We played them at the beginning of the season. It was a little bit rough. We weren't rebounding the ball as well, but second half we really turned around. So we just have to play good defense. Really got to turn it around.
Yeah, it's just about consistency.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you guys brought up on the podcast last night, like it's like 1-1. Like Ion will have a great assist and a turnover, like that kind of thing. So we have consistent guys all around the ball. Like he can get the ball to any guy on our team. We know we can score. So if he just stays more consistent, then I think we're totally in the clear there.
I also wanted to make a correction. You said on the first 2 games of the win streak, you were looking to assist more. And if you remember the first game of your wins, the first win, you weren't there, right? So you didn't do anything in the first game, right?
Yeah.
That's stolen valor right there. No comment.
But actually, I wanted to ask you a question. So before you guys went on that win streak, there's some rumors that you were potentially looking around for trades. Any truth to that?
No comment. Coach Victor can answer that one.
I mean, that's all Ion. It was his ideas. I don't know.
No, I have no comment to that. Trade rumors is all Coach right here.
And it's all false.
This
False
guy right
accusations.
Here. Ask him.
All right, I guess we'll move on to the next topic.
I could answer that a little bit with a little bit of honesty. Someone from our team did reach out. I can't comment who. They did reach out to a guy named Farhan Malik, asking for a trade for someone, and it was denied. And we moved on from that situation.
We just wanted Monum and Yusuf. That's all.
That's all we wanted.
Yeah, so I can confirm they reached out and I kind of laughed it off and then we moved on.
He shot you down immediately, if I remember correctly.
He looked at the percentage and he's like, nope.
Yeah, so without hurting anyone's feelings and stuff, we'll move on. Yeah.
Watching the games, I noticed that Hakeem and Maz are very underrated players. What do you think their role on the team is?
I feel like both the twins now are kind of the face of the team now. I'm just there to really motivate them. They're probably the best players this season. They're really nice players. They rebound, hustle, they can score. I feel like if Maz really changes 1 or 2 things in his game, he can easily be one of the better players in the league. Especially if he draws a lot of attention. Especially if he learns how to kick that ball to the side. To the right, I saw I was open a couple times and he was taking some tough shots. Even yesterday, I was taking some tough shots, but it just comes with experience, learning how to play together. Also, Hakeem, he's just a really overall good player, very good form, shooting, very good player. Do you have anything to say about them?
Yeah, they're both just very consistent guys. You get them the ball, you see them on defense, they're always just there. They don't take plays off, so I think that's really great. And if you look at their games, neither of them really have weaknesses that somebody can exploit. So I think if they're there on the court, I think it's great for us. It's just a great scenario.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched them play last year, but I feel like this season they're more trusting of their teammates also, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're because I think they're there was feelings in the league like they always fight with each other, right? I feel like they trust each other a little bit better this season. I feel like they're maturing and they're learning how to bring the best out of their teammates, not just themselves. That's one big improvement I've seen.
That's great. I did not see them last season, but based on this season.
I mean, well, they were on your team, right? Like, what have you seen different from last season to this season?
Yeah, they haven't been fighting as much and they've been passing the ball. Hakeem, especially last season, we had a nickname for him. Hakeem never passed the ball. And
Very creative nickname.
I don't know. Maz had some nickname for him, something creative, but Hakeem
Jordan
now,
Poole, maybe.
and you know MPJ, right? Never swing the rock, whatever.
Yeah.
We used to call him that, but he swings the ball now. Very good player. I feel like if I get into my groove, I feel like we can have a really good season. Last season we fell short because Hakeem actually fell sick. And Hakeem, next game, you better get your cardio up. You've been slacking. He was huffing and puffing, remember?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
tough.
he's the one who sent that picture late night a couple of weeks ago in the chat, or was that Maz? It was Hakeem, right? Just get your rest, man. Sleep, get your rest, and you'll be fine.
No more 3 a.m. pictures in the group
Yeah.
chat, man. Coach's orders. Yeah, but another thing with Ayan is he plays very hard pickup, and he's been battling like a couple injuries, not major ones, but like here and there, like his elbow will be bothering him, like his knees and stuff. Like he's always doing something. So I think he needs to like take it easier during the week, and then on game day go 100%. Like instead of going 100% in pickup and then not being able to go 100% in the games, I think he should go maybe like 60 during the week, then 100 on the weekends.
Yeah,
that'll just open up his game a lot.
The last 2 weeks I hurt my elbow. Like I couldn't even do a push-up. That's how bad it was. And then my knee hurt, and then like my backside I fell down. I could barely even sit. And then my head on Thursday, Oliver came down on my head.
Yeah,
And
big
huge
Oliver.
like knot on my head. So.
And also, he's a multi-sport athlete, snowboarding, rolling down the mountain.
Well, we'll get into the
that doesn't-
snowboarding a little
okay,
bit.
okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
that was interesting. But with the way you're describing these injuries, like you sound like you're like 40 plus, right? You're 18 years old, right? How old are you? 18, right? 18, right? So what is it with these young guys getting hurt the way that they are? Because we had an injury on our team. I kind of mentioned in the chat. I didn't get a chance to explain, but Omer was out yesterday, and he had an injury that I kind of laughed at. He had an ear infection, right? And I'm just like, wait, that's an infant injury. Like, I don't know anyone over the age of 5 that's ever had like a ear infection. So what's going on with the younger guys these days?
I don't know. A lot of adrenaline. We just need that adrenaline rush. No?
Yeah,
Gotta get hurt.
always going 100% and not recovering. I bet.
Yeah, but I will say, just to piggyback off of what you said earlier, I think everyone just needs to be careful during the week. We've had so many injuries on pickup ball Wednesday nights that it kind of ruins the league with, you know, you're not playing teams at full potential, right?
Mm-hmm. So you don't really get a great read, and like come playoff time, you don't even know.
I actually had a question for Isha. Since you actually watch all the games, I had a question. What do you see in our team, like, or like our team and Farhad's team? Like, what do you think we can improve on?
So your team, you guys need to like be. So you guys have a few good players, right? But then sometimes you put.
She's trying to diss you right now. Only a few good players.
Sorry, go ahead.
Then sometimes you guys need to like fix up the when you guys are doing subs. You can't have like all of your bench players at the same time on the court. And then some games you guys need to get rebounds. You need to shoot a lot more. But
I keep hearing that, but
Dude, I saw you hit that one jump shot. It was smooth. That towards the end of the game. It was nice.
thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right,
So
what
you
about
need-
them?
You need a strong 6-man then, or something. 6,
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Maybe I should have made that trade. What about them?
on your team, I think I'm gonna agree with it. They were saying on the Muslim Basketball Podcast this year, you need to be more aggressive, and I think you can play a lot better and be like one of the best point guards in the league
Yeah.
if you like you play 100%. So, but I think that you guys.
Yeah, so can I just add on to something, right? So you guys have I mentioned this on the podcast yesterday. I feel like the later part of the draft, you guys picked up some guys that really makes that team very tough to play against, right? Even Najee as your the last pick, right? that he plays harder than I think anyone else in the league. The way he runs
Dude, he
around.
got like
very
3
true.
stops in a row in that
Right.
game. I was
He's
like,
always getting back on
Yeah.
defense, always right there, and that's, I mean,
right.
yeah.
And that's what you want from guys like that. He's not out there like, give me the ball so I can score. He's like, what can I do to help my team win? And he's just gonna run back and forth. He's gonna grab you. He's gonna push you. He's gonna do whatever it takes. And then he'll complain to the ref like, I didn't do anything. Right?
shout out Najee. We beat him in pickleball.
We did,
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
Pickleball duo right here.
Great
That's
player.
my
That's
partner.
close games always. Yeah. But yeah,
Did
that's the
smoke
thing.
you?
We just have winners on our team, I think.
I think
Definitely.
Saman and Qasim. I always make fun of Qasim, but I think those guys give you some maturity and like a way. Because I feel like sometimes you guys, being a young team, you guys are always looking to run, right? And sometimes that's not always the best thing. So they're able to kind of calm you guys down, slow down the pace a little bit, so you guys can kind of regain your composure again.
That's very true.
Yeah.
They're great additions.
Another
to the
thing
team.
I feel like,
Definitely.
as you talked about, like when we run, I feel like on this court you really have to run, especially the way that the people play defense at the zone. If you're playing in a half court offense, it's very, very tough. Especially like you saw like when the who are you playing this weekend?
We played against Wakasa's team.
Yeah, they were playing a zone, right?
No, they played man. They actually played man, but it's hard to tell because
Because
like,
one
that
person
court
was always in the middle. I was seeing, and it gets so hard just
That's
to.
because the way that they played, like Wakas, like I talked to him and he was guarding, I think he was guarding Nadeem and somebody else, like he was rotating back and forth, but he was guarding him because he just wanted to rest because he was like, I don't care if he takes a shot.
Yeah.
Right? So he was kind of like almost like not a boxing one, but like he was just like a floater out there on
Yeah,
defense, just
yeah.
catching his breath and just relaxing.
Like,
Oh my
switch
god!
everything.
Shout
guy
out,
goes
shout out,
there.
shout out, Yusuf Zoni, 7 straight points.
Oh wow.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying towards the end of the game, I'm not trying to throw any shade at anyone. Anwar, Wakas, both y'all got to pick your head up, sub that boy Yusuf in, give him some extra shots.
He's been putting in the work and it's paid off.
telling you.
Yeah. That's
Thursday,
like a
Thursday
great-
night, Friday nights, late night shots, runs. He had a game winner Thursday night on Oliver.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah.
Tough shot.
He's a
Yep.
good part of the team. Like
That's why I got this. I am his number one fan because I think he goes as his confidence goes, right? And even after last week, I think he was really down on himself because he won like for everything, and then he had the 5 fouls. And then they came back a little bit after he fouled out, so they did better when it was 5-on-4. But it's not really fair to him. I talked to him about this, right? So he really took that as like, I suck, right? But I told him like, look, you're gonna have bad games. Everyone has bad games, right?
Yeah.
Not to forget about the last game and just focus on the next week. And I'll be honest, like if he didn't make those shots, we probably would have won that game. He had a stretch of those 7 points. So it's just
Exactly. Like we joke about him and everything.
All
but
I'm saying
that's a
is,
great part of the team.
Out
too.
of all like all seriousness and stuff, Yusuf is probably one of the nicest guys I know in this league.
great, guy,
Very
yeah.
down to earth.
Great guy. I
Very,
love
very
Yusuf.
nice guy. Big jokes there.
Yeah.
Love you, man. Love
Funny
you.
guy. Both the Zoni brothers, great guys, man. For sure.
I don't know about Yassine. Not funny. He's a very good guy too.
Yeah, what I saw about Yusuf is like he had that wide open layup, he missed it, but he wasn't like, oh, I missed it. Like he went to get back on defense to get that ball back to make up for that. So
Oh
it's not
yeah,
like
you're talking
That's
about this.
great,
You're,
yeah.
you're talking about that steal, right?
yeah.
Oh my god, Drew wanted for that crossover.
Yeah.
Dove on the ball. His first instinct is always like dive on the ball. He does not care.
He's a scrappy guy. Yeah, he will get the ball. Yeah.
Well, he said at one of the podcasts that his goal this year is to be one of the leaders in steals. So that's what he's going for. He's going for that.
He definitely can. He gets good pokes on the
Yeah.
ball. I've seen him play. He's great.
Yeah.
And his height helps. He's always right there. all right, come on, man. His height doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
That's good. He's always right there.
It's everything about his height. No what to say. All about
All right, Isha. What else? What else you got?
Okay, so a few good things that you guys have been doing that I've noticed was that you guys are working together well as a team, and I've noticed like in the beginning of the season, Hasib was taking like wild threes, but then now he's working to like get other people better, more of a team player. So I think that he's been getting a lot better from the beginning.
I feel like
I agree.
communication. I feel like communication is really key. I feel like after a couple losses, we had a couple discussions. Hasib really toned it down. he's become a dog. Like he had like
A lot of rebounds recently. Like,
rebounding.
Last game he had 9.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
yeah.
fights,
Yep.
rebounds very well, and I feel like just communicating with our team really helped us, especially. As we were talking about Yusuf, I heard he's getting a hair transplant.
Yusuf?
Yeah,
Zoe?
yeah.
So he's the next person to go on a trip.
Yeah, he's in Turkey apparently.
Turkey, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
For his beard or for his head?
He's cutting some hair out of his beard and he's putting it up here.
We'll have to confirm that, Yusuf.
Yusuf,
us
hit us
know.
up.
Thanks in the chat when you see this. Let us know, please.
Yeah,
That's
going back
great.
to that question though, you have anything you can add on to that?
Yeah, I mean, Asif's a good guy to have on the court. I mean, it's great when all of your players can basically bring down the ball. Like if we have 5 guys in, we know 5 guys can handle the ball, can pass the ball, can shoot the ball, and all like excel in all those fields. So having Asif on the court, it definitely does not hurt. Like having a threat from beyond the 3-point line. If you pass the ball to him, somebody's going to close out on him because you know he's going to shoot, and he has that ability to make the shots. So I think he's a great pickup.
I think me personally, the biggest difference I've seen in him from the beginning of the season to now is kind of like what I just said with the shot selection, right? I felt like he, in the beginning of the season, was trying to hit shots just to hit the shots. It didn't matter what the situation was in the game.
I feel like just to also like get his confidence up.
Yeah, ego
Yeah,
shots
exactly.
almost. Yeah.
Whereas now it's more like, okay, like what's the flow of the game? Is this a good time for me to shoot or not? And he's kind of going with that flow. And I watched part of your game yesterday, and all the shots he took, I was like, these are good shots. And he hit most of those shots that I saw, right? So that's where it kind of really comes down to, like, your success is going to be based off of guys that understand, like, their role in certain situations.
What they need to do to
what
win.
they need to do to win. And
Yeah.
if you're not scoring, do other things.
Mhm.
Rebounding, whatever, steals, whatever it is, just do those
I
things.
remember yesterday he had 2 really great threes, and like we were up a little bit, but they were just daggers. Like the opponents, their confidence after those shots is like, oh, really, man, he's hitting those threes. Like, come on, like so it's
Another
good
thing
to
about
have
him, I feel like he really like put me into like a good zone yesterday, like telling me like I gotta swing the ball, I gotta be focused, like turnovers will happen, and I like that how he was honest with me, and I'm always honest with him, telling him like if that's a bad shot, telling him not to pull a shot.
Yeah, these 2 guys, Ion and Steve, they're brutally honest with each other sometimes. Sometimes they butt heads, but I mean, it is what it is.
It's all love, man. It's all
Yeah,
love.
yeah, for sure. It's honesty's better than not. So.
Well, I mean, you're going to get those situations resolved if you're just honest with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it works out, and I think you guys are, hate to say it, but you guys are heading in a direction where you guys may end up in the finals. We still have some games to go, but I think you guys have figured out the toughest part to figure out is like the team chemistry, and I think you guys have that now. It's going to be just coming down to the intensity and not making mistakes in games. And I think you guys can be
Cleaning up the
For
play,
us,
not
the
playing so
next
sloppy,
2 weeks are gonna be really hard. Without Qasim, especially
Yeah.
he's our big man. For us,
One of them, yeah, for sure.
Because our starting 5 was actually Qasim, Salman, me, Mazaki. Hasib was our 6th man. But now since we have to go a little smaller, next week we really have to lock up Matt. Matt's a very good player. We played pickup with him
Yeah,
on
we
Thursday.
played.
He was on my team.
I know you guys mentioned this in the podcast yesterday. I think Yassine did, but if you give him the ball in the paint, he said if you don't block him, he's gonna finish it. It's very true. He can finish a lot of
We
points.
played with him on Thursday.
Yeah.
Together. We won a lot of games.
Yeah,
He's a very good player.
we did. Yeah,
He's a very high IQ player.
Yes.
Last season we ran some practices out at in Makunji, and he was there, and we would run some set plays and things like that. And he's one of those guys that fundamentally there's nothing like he has the understanding of what to do in every situation, right?
And he can execute too.
And he can execute, and he has the height and like he has the physical ability to do those things, right? I personally think he has a better mid-range game than Wakas does. But
Sometimes he takes some crazy shots. Like at the down the stretch, I saw him take like a 3. I'm like,
yeah,
no, what are you doing?
yeah,
Who?
And then
Wakas
shout out
or-
Wakas, missed a big layup. Never want to see that again.
You got the layup and missed again.
I can't talk about
But they did beat us, so I can't really say more than that. But just I think Matt, you guys are gonna have your handful with Matt. Wakas, you're gonna have to figure out who's gonna guard him. But if you watched our game, and what I kind of touched on earlier was watch who Wakas is guarding on defense, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to catch his breath on defense by guarding like probably not the best scorer on the other
Is
team.
Anwar gonna be
Like a
back?
So
weaker
Anwar's
link.
still not going to be back, I don't think. So you guys have that advantage with, with those matches with the big guys. But Anwar played great against us, so that's someone you have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he's been playing very
He's
good.
been playing very good. Yep. Sumer hit his shots. Junaid hit some threes, and again Yusuf obviously, right? So
The first game that we played against them, Junaid and Yusuf hit some shots. I'm like, are you really gonna hit those? Are you really gonna hit those?
Those first couple games for us, we were like
Like you
people were
see
playing
Yusuf
well
going a
against us.
7-0 run. I'm like,
That's just him.
But
That's,
he's
he
a
got that
dog,
dog
like-
in him. Yeah.
you got it.
yeah.
Can't hate.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. You gotta just focus on the next play. But
You gotta
yeah,
see-
it's great.
You
We
gotta
have
see Isha in the league.
for sure. It's great. We have guys that are physical on both sides of the ball, so I think we shouldn't have a problem. We've got okay, bro. Come on. Okay, we've got good defenders on our team, good aggressive defenders. So I think we should be all right for sure. We've got great guys.
So what happened with your free throw yesterday?
I knew that was going. That little pause. I knew it was going. Okay. Do you want the honest response or do you want like something that's made up?
Yeah, go with the honest response. But
The
before
honest
before,
response.
before you
Okay.
answer,
Okay.
before you answer, she's talking about the fact that Ayan shot an air ball on a free throw. I actually missed it 'cause I wasn't looking, and then somebody told me, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't believe I missed that."
I think it caught the bottom of the net a
so
little
did
bit. I'm
I.
not
So
sure.
I also missed it, but then, someone told me that.
Okay. So when
It was
when
a
they-
3-point play, right?
It was 3-point.
He got the
play.
layup.
Yeah, you got the N1.
Okay, so I got the 3-point play. I went to the line. So this, let me tell you what happened. So when somebody asked me like, "What happened? Why do you miss?" I was like, "The ball, the ref threw it. It was slippery. It went up. And just looked at my. I had to mix something up. I couldn't just look like dumb."
Yeah.
So okay, the real story. I went up, got it. I put no arm power and no legs into it. I just used.
The worst part was his dribble routine was like 15 seconds before that. He was like spinning the ball,
You
dribbling.
got tired from that.
He was getting in his mojo. He wanted that 3-point play.
So the ball didn't slip or anything. It was just you just didn't have the.
Well, I think I saw somebody open the door, and then it's like a draft came in. So maybe
Yeah.
that that.
Was it a draft or did like Mona walk into the gym?
I saw my
He lost his
beautiful. I saw my
focus.
beautiful King Mona walk through the door. My eyes just lit up. I was like, "Dang."
And then he got pressured. He was like, I gotta make it for Mona.
Maybe we can. You remember that meme that we did with me in the background with Mona shooting a free throw? Maybe we can change it up with like you shooting the free throw or you in the background looking at one.
No, it's crazy because we were clowning Mona of like missing those 2 big shots, and then I missed his free throw.
You didn't just
We're like
miss a free
brothers.
throw. You got a violation because you didn't hit the rim on it.
I have a question. I have another question for you. How's the chocolate business going with you?
It's good. Last week they were like every single team they only had like 5 or 6 players, so then it was like a little bit like less of people buying, but it's been doing good.
Shout out James. He'd be supporting a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's great.
Very, he's a dog. Very good defense player. I couldn't even tell. That guy's 36 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
He is.
He plays like a young guy for sure. Like younger. I'm not saying he's old, but plays
I
like a
still don't
younger
like
guy for
James.
I
He
will.
was good defense.
I will say with the chocolates, like my feedback is like it just I get so happy to seeing everyone, mentioning how much they love the chocolates, right? I still have guys even the other day. I think Sultan in the chat the other day sent a picture and was like, "This is the best chocolate," right?
They're
So,
great. The marshmallow one, I really like that one. That was very good.
Shout out my dog Sultan. Got into a fight with him.
What?
No, not really.
You trying to steal his chocolates?
Speaking of the chocolates, what was it doing in the under your seat in the car?
We gotta pop that picture up real quick.
Yeah. for
Okay.
sure.
So basically, actually, Victor, you got the story.
Yeah, I mean, we went snowboarding. We bought some chocolates to go for like energy on the way. And then Ion, like, you know how he is. He's like a child sometimes. Somehow his chocolate fell between the seat, right? And we were with Yassine, right? Zoni.
Yeah.
And then Ion drops his phone between the seat as well. So, like, this guy's all over the place. So we wait till we get to, like, Wawa parking lot or something so he can go under the seat and get it. He reaches hand under, he takes it out. There's just chocolate all over, like melted chocolate. He's like, "Oh, what is this?" He like starts screaming, and then he pulls his phone out. It's the same deal, a bunch of chocolate everywhere. And he thought it was me that did it. It was literally him. And we got the picture.
It was Isha Works. Isha Works chocolate.
So I remember him saying that it was your chocolate's fault. It was a fail. Yeah. I know.
Could have made a little thicker so it didn't fall between the seats.
Definitely use your air.
So yeah. So
It's still in the car.
so Isha actually did feel bad about you losing your chocolate. So she has something for you guys.
Oh wow!
A whole bunch of.
Oh, thank you so much.
The top one is s'mores and all the rest are milk chocolate.
That's great.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out Isha.
Shout out Isha
For
Works.
sure. Buy these.
This podcast is brought to you by Isha Works.
Yes, it is. We got an entrepreneur over here running a nonprofit. Wild.
Well, I think she wants to make it a profit.
I know you take your cut.
No, actually, I don't. Like
He does take his cut.
let's cut the but you know, again, like she's doing a great job with it. So very happy.
Wait, is this milk chocolate?
Yeah.
One piece.
This is the Oreo one, right? I mean, not Oreo.
We should do like a taste test one day.
That's a s'mores,
Oh yeah,
now,
that's
right?
the
That's a
s'mores.
s'mores.
You
one.
should do
yeah,
like-
that's s'mores. These ones are milk
You should
chocolate.
do like a YouTube video of like
Right.
taste testing, like chocolates, and like people have to guess blindfolded what flavor it is. That'd be a good video.
Nice.
It wouldn't
That's
be
good.
that hard. Marshmallows.
It would be a fun video.
You just want to eat chocolate. Don't lie.
I'm good. Thank you guys.
No, you had
Thank
enough.
you, thank
Yeah, I've had a lot. But anyway, Isha, is there anything else you want to add these guys while they're here?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. All right. Anything else for you guys? Like, what are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Before I answer that, I wanted to say one thing. Shout out Sister Mario, one of the best scorekeepers, stat keepers,
Definitely.
couple seasons. Amazing lady, always there.
Great work, yeah.
Yep, every single time I see her, 9 a.m. She's always there, getting the scoreboard ready. Yeah, she's amazing. She always does her job. Good at keeping stats as well. Doesn't mess up that much. On me at least. My stats are always there, especially my turnovers. I see 5 of them.
Maybe cut down on the
A little bit.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard the other podcast where Isha kind of described how it works. So like, there's a team of folks that someone's on the scoreboard, someone's on commenting on what's going on in the game, and someone's on the iPad. So they do have a way of kind of verifying the stats. But to your point, she's the one that's overseeing everything, making sure people aren't missing anything. So if someone does miss something, she'll point it out, be like, "Hey, add this back in because you missed it." Right? So yeah, definitely shout out to her.
That's great, yeah. That's great work.
Shout out Sister Mariam also trusting me that I gave it the assist even though I didn't.
What are you talking about?
One play, she's like, "Who assisted that?" And I said, "Me." I got the assist.
It wasn't you.
Had to get the free assist.
Yeah, so we can not listen to him anymore. In the game.
It's okay. I have to take MVP team's assist.
By the way, I want to get into this a little bit later in the season, but you know, they talked about the top 3 guys that we thought should be in the running for MVP, right? So I picked Drew, Andy, and who's my third? Wakas. A lot of guys have Hakeem up there. Who would you guys say in the league right now are the top 3 guys for the MVP?
To be
I
honest.
definitely agree with Drew and Andy, and I think Hakeem's for sure up there because I think like overall impact on a team. Like I haven't seen Wakas play that much, and no disrespect on him, but I mean obviously Drew and Andy, their team, they're not putting them on their back, but they're really really helping them out, like winning games for them. And I think Hakeem is the same deal for us. He's executing shots, making his shots. He's really changing the game for us. So I think he's up there.
For us, I feel like MVP isn't really our thing right now. We're trying to win as many games, win the finals. We don't really care. We just want to get the win. Big dubs.
So what he's trying to say is that he thinks it's Andy and
Oh, for
Drew.
sure. For sure.
You think it's Andy Drew?
He doesn't want to say Hakeem.
If you want to throw me in, throw me in. No, I'm just joking. I definitely don't deserve the season. I definitely think Drew. Drew the dog. Having Debo on your team is very nice now, especially defensively. But Andy is a really good player. I feel like Wakazi definitely deserves tops, especially with Anwar being out, and he's been taking a lot of load. Pause.
Yeah. He is. I mean, think about it. Anwar is one of the best players in the league, right?
Yeah.
With him being out, you still have to game plan for that team because Wakaski he has the talent to still get wins for his team.
That's true. That's right.
Right, and even when Anwar's there, like if you compare the stats this season, I think Wakaski having a better season than Anwar.
Coming down to it though, efficiency is really a big thing. Like I feel like last season when I won MVP, Zay could have won it, but I feel like I was just a little bit more efficient. And yeah, but coming down, I think Andy or Drew really deserve it. Especially Drew coming down the stretch. I just know like it's a 10-point game, especially having Drew on your team. That lead is not safe because having him, he draws so much attention.
Turn that right around,
a lot of fouls. Boy got to knock down his free throws though.
So I will say you're right. So free throws are probably his worst, the worst part of his game right now. I think he's shooting like 50% or something like that, right? But field goal percentage, he's at like 60%. Him and Hakeem are up there, like both at like around 60%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and they put up a decent amount of shots, so it's not like it's low volume of shots.
And there's some tough shots I saw.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out David Barber though. We were talking about it before the podcast as well. He has 40 points on the season, and how many games did he play?
He's played 3 games now, so he's like 40 plus points, 40 plus rebounds. I think
that's crazy.
Yeah,
David Barber, I love you.
Yeah. Also, Andy. I mean, you said 68 rebounds on the season. That's a crazy number. 68 rebounds is just.
And he's missed I think 1 game, right? So I was looking at his overall stats, and pretty sure he's at like 65 points, 68 rebounds. And I'll look that up too just to confirm, but those are some ridiculous stats.
That just shows they're like impact players. Like they will change the outcome of the game.
I was really trying to draft Andy, but actually, Monum took him right before, a pick before.
The trade really came. That's crazy.
Wait, who was your second round? No. Hold on. I gotta call you out on that. You had a chance to pick him, and you took the Twins, right? Because you picked before.
I gotta take my dogs.
Yeah, but you picked before, and because Monum's pick was right before mine.
I'm gonna take my boys no matter what.
I know. So you can't blame it on Monum though.
I still love Monum though.
Team chemistry is very important though, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at this, right? So Andy right now for the season, 65 points, 68 rebounds, 16 assists, 8 steals, 2 blocks. He's shooting 40% from the field, 29 of 71. His 3-point shooting is a little bit off this year, 2 of 16, but I mean
he doesn't really shoot threes anymore.
Yeah, but those are ridiculous stats.
It's crazy.
And he's a defensive presence as well.
Yeah.
Like his defensive stats, like I mean, it's hard to get blocks and steals on every possession, but just having him there as like a rock is very.
Well, he had that one block on Gauss yesterday on the 3-point shot, so that was great.
Oh, shout out Ghost as well. He was talking crazy to L yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, so I don't want to speculate too much. But I all I saw was they both got teed up. And
L, if you watch this clip, I need a recap of what happened. Send in the group chat. Put your fingers. Oh, I had a question for both of you guys. So you be watching the games a lot. Who's your favorite player in the league?
No, not counting not from who I know personally. That's a tough question because there are a lot of really great players.
I think I know who it is.
You can answer first while I'm thinking about.
So I think her favorite player is James.
You gotta answer for yourself, man.
Oh, for me, like who's my favorite player? Oh, so my favorite player in the league is Andy by far. I mean, Drew's on my team, so I'm not gonna say like Drew already knows like how I feel about him as a player. But to me, Andy, I think is the most impactful player because of everything that he can do, right?
For sure.
And same thing, he comes in, he doesn't talk in the chat much. I try to tag him a few times to get him to like talk in the chat, but I do also know him from work. But he's the one guy that I'm just like, he was on my team last year. I'm like, I do not want to go up against that guy. He's so big and
PPL
physical
Warriors,
that
bro.
it's just he'll knock you out. You know.
PPL Warriors right here.
Yeah.
You guys have a PPL group chat? Hey, you coming today?
No, we don't sound like that.
We're not.
But what about you guys? Who are your favorite players? And then Isha will come back to you.
Make the UV?
Nah, you got it, man. You know all these
Okay.
guys longer than I have. I gotta think about it for a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Monum probably is one of my. I have 2 players on mine right now. Monum, he's probably one of my favorite players this season. Compared to last season, last season, he would take a shot, he would get frustrated. This season, he comes off the screen, nice flowing jump shot, hair flowing a little bit. Shot's looking fire this season. That jump shot's looking nice. My second favorite player, easily, definitely Matt. Very underrated player. Put him on any team, he'll make it a positive. He'll bring you up. Just a very good player.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I love a lot of the guys here. The Zoni brothers are great. I love them. Off the court, on the court, they're both great. I mean, Yassine's been turning up recently. I think he's been finishing a lot more points than I've seen him before. In pickup, at least, I've seen that for sure. Yeah, Monum's up there. I really like Yusuf, and the twins. The twins are great guys. I mean, great players all around.
Salman, bro. Salman's been having a
Yeah,
pretty
Salman as well.
He started
That's
off
very
rough,
true.
came off an injury, been working his way back. Very, very good player right now.
He's finding his groove. That's the deal with our team is we're just finding our groove right now.
2 threes yesterday. I was like, he shot them because he always tries to bank it, and when he tries to bank it, I'm like,
yeah, I've never really seen that before. I've never really seen.
I've never seen
somebody
somebody try to forcefully bank a bank shot
on a three. Yeah, I see him warm up doing that. No, I mean if it works for him, it works for him. But I've never seen that. It's a bit unorthodox. But he's
Also,
a great guy.
You said your favorite player is Andy, so you might as well just get rid of that mug.
Nah, I'm still. So Andy has a lot of fans. Yusuf, I'm his number 1 fan. So
Okay, that's fair. Who's Andy's number 1 fan?
Andy's number 1 fan, probably Monum. Probably Monum right now. Yeah,
Who's Bono's number 1 fan?
right here. So who's your favorite player?
So I think you're right. I think James is my favorite player because I see him always running back and forth, and he's
That's a bunch of basketball you talking about. That's everybody playing. I'm kidding.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That
Hustle player.
he's really underrated. He's always has a good attitude and everything. So I think he's my favorite player.
What happened to me?
No, James is a great hustle player. He's always there. Defensive presence, solid. Offensively, he can score. So yeah.
And she said he's always hustling back and forth. Last game, was it this week? This week, I walked into the gym, and you started having a conversation with me in the middle of your game. And your team, and I walk in, and he's just like, hey, Salcom, and he starts talking. I'm like, yeah, and you got to turn around. The other team just got the steal. They're coming down to get a layup, and he turned around in the middle of the game. Do you remember that?
Okay, so yeah. But some plays, when somebody turns the ball over and then you're so demotivated. That's what happened.
As a captain of a team, though.
Yeah.
It's okay though, it happens sometimes.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Anything else?
Real quick, why do you have those?
Oh yes. So we do have some drinks for the guys. We got some chocolate, and for the U team, we did bring some chocolate milk, Yoo-hoo. We also have some sparkling water if you guys are into that type of stuff. But
Chocolate milk's fine.
yeah.
I
You guys got
understand.
but we do want to thank you guys for coming today. I think it's good when guys in the league want to get involved, especially coming onto our podcast and talking about what's going on in the league and helping us get to know you guys a little bit better.
For sure. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
sounds
having
good.
us. Thank
Guys, make sure to buy Isha Works chocolate, or else we will beat you up, me and Isha personally. We will come to your house. How much sales do you want this weekend?
A lot.
A lot. Let's go. Let's hit that.
Let's hit that
Yeah,
goal.
but, I'm excited to see the rest of the season, how it plays out for sure. The banquet, everything to come. So, yeah, it should be fun. Definitely.
Everybody in this league that's watching this podcast, you better show up to the banquet. You guys voted on it. Show up.
Show up and show out.
Yep.
Show out.
It'll be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna
And
be.
we gotta have like a dress code for that banquet.
I agree. We'll keep it professional. We'll Well, they obviously they're gonna do some like awards and stuff like that, but I think we should come up with certain awards that are really just acknowledging guys that do different things, not just stats, right?
Yeah.
Just everything
Yeah.
that people put in. So.
Twitter fingers. Biggest
Yeah, you keep calling me the biggest yapper in the league, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
No, you know who talks a lot on the court? Wase. Wase talks a lot for being down. But after the game's all love.
Yeah. So I will say that he does talk trash. I think that's his way of. I mean, the older guys, we have this mentality of like you talk trash to get yourself hyped up more too, right? So hopefully no one takes anything offensively or taking the wrong way. But I think for us guys, a lot of times it was just to get us motivated a little bit more.
That's very true. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I gave him 22 shots. Nah, he needed to. He had nobody on his team.
Are you trying to roast him or comfort him? I don't understand.
Both.
Who do you guys play next week?
We're playing Unrun with God.
Nazareth, yeah.
Nazareth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you play?
Yeah, we talked. We're playing Monum's team.
Oh, that's a good
That's gonna be a
matchup.
good
Who are you rooting for?
Whoever wins is officially my king, and I'll crown him.
Do you want to do some predictions for next week to wrap up?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. So let me pull up the game.
Okay,
for
you
next
can't be
week.
biased since we're here. Okay,
She's
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
no, she's very good with her picks. She's I think hasn't picked my team all season for the most part.
Good.
She's very
Look at
honest with it.
him.
So the first game is Dear Yassin versus Lod. So that's Osman's team versus Yassin's team.
Yeah, same team.
Yassin's team.
Yeah, I mean, that should be
They're on
a
a
better
4-game
matchup.
they're on a
Yeah.
As much as
4-game
we want to
losing
see them be on a 5-game losing streak, but I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, that should be a good matchup. Two teams that are kind of on the rocks right now. I mean, I'd like to see who comes with that. I'd say Yassin's team as well.
Okay.
Because they need something. You know when Ethan comes back or not?
I think Ethan is back. I think they're back to full strength this week.
Where was he?
There's some rumors around where he ended up. He was stuck at the airport or whatever, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he went back home and now he's back. So
Okay.
next game is my team Ramallah versus Monim's team. The guys on the podcast all surprised me. Every single person picked my team to win. That's gonna be a tough game for us, but I want to get your thoughts.
Will Abdullah dude be there?
So that's
don't
the
want
big
to
game.
try, bro. Alright, but seriously though, if Abdul Wadud's there, I feel like you guys definitely have a good shot, especially with Devo. Devo's a big defensive threat.
I think the biggest issue for us is going to be rebounding. Like these guys between Dave, Andy, and if Abdul Wadud is there, like there's three guys that double-digit rebounds every game.
Sometimes I hate playing your teams because you guys are just so big.
Pause.
You guys just clog up the paint and it just gets so annoying. And we have to foul you sometimes and it just slows the game down. And you guys just play zone defense and it gets so annoying just to play.
All right, so you guys are going with my team?
I'm going with their team.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay, Isha.
Last time we were close game, and Andy wasn't there, right?
They only had 5.
Yeah, so it was a close game, especially with them having 5. But as long as if they have Andy and Abdul Wadud, I think that they will be able to beat you guys.
She has something against you. What did you do for her?
I think she's just being very honest and she understands the game of basketball enough to make quality educated guesses.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's definitely
Even if she's wrong,
Yeah.
it's all right.
It's all prediction anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the final game is going to be Nazareth versus Tiberius. That's you versus Wakas. Anwar's not going to be there, obviously.
I wish he was there so I could smoke him. But no, but for real, I feel like if we really play to our potential, really come down to rebounding, just keep Matt out of the paint. Wakas, keep him out of the paint. Really penetrate the defense. Us, we have to swing the ball. We really just gotta make our shots, run fast, play good defense, box out. That's the main thing. Yeah, I feel like I'll take us. If not,
I'll take us as well. Yeah, just play our game. We're really getting in our groove. Just come out, execute, come out to play. I think our guys got it for sure.
I think you guys keep playing the way that you have been these last few games, then you guys will be able to win. So it just comes down to the way you guys play.
And minimize turnovers, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's,
What you looking at me for?
Yeah,
that's on somebody.
I think I actually picked Nazareth to win on the podcast yesterday, and I'm trying to remember why. This is a tough game, but I think the way Matt, like it's gonna be the rebounding, the interior game, and if you guys aren't able to stop those two,
For us, I think the only way we'll win if we stop Matt.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
yeah, because you know Wakassa's gonna get his points, right?
I know.
Matt is the difference maker on that team, and like obviously guys like Amar and everyone else that's supporting
And
Cass.
we don't have gossip, but like I'm telling you from the beginning, my whole game plan is gonna be around Matt, and just everyone else. We'll let Wakas score as much as we can, but having the best two rebounders, Mazza, Kimpay, and Matt, I see Matt. Like we just gotta box out, and Yusuf, Sumer, especially Sumer and like. I mean Yusuf and Junaid.
Yeah.
They can't be hitting shots like 3-4 threes a game.
Yeah.
If that happens, that really kills you. Like that's what happened with him this week.
Yeah.
His first game Yusuf played against us, that guy had like 10 points or something. But
And you just don't expect it, so it just kind of
Right.
hits you from like blindsides you, and you're like,
And that's worse, right? Because it's like if Wakassa were to hit that shot, you're like, okay,
yeah, like
expected that.
Yeah.
But then it's one of these other guys. You're just like you get the points on the scoreboard, plus you're just like, man, that's still enough.
And you're like, we're working so hard on these other guys.
Yusuf, though, he's a good shooter now.
Yeah.
Now?
He's been in the lab with me.
He has, with Oliver as well. Yeah, great players.
Cool. All right, so you guys want to wrap up?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys again for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for having us.
Yep.
For sure.
We really appreciate you inviting us
Thank
to
you.
your house.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Isha.
Thank you to Tayana and Victor for coming out here and doing the podcast with us. So we'll see you guys next time. Isha Works, signing off.